What is up, YouTube? Today I'm bringing you guys a very good but kind of short never used match against OhMaArceus, and this was actually a really fun battle. It kept me on my heels, and we had to make some pretty good plays. And so just as the match is going, I kind of wanted to save my team. It kind of revolves around why not, so I can set up either my physical sweeper as in my Rampardos or my special sweeper as in my Gorbis. So that's kind of how this team works, and I kind of expected him to lead with this Probopass, so I can go into my why not, lock him into his Stealth Rocks, and get a free switch into my Gorbis and a free setup turn. So I take Stealth Rocks damage, which is fine, but I want to get rid of those later for my Rampardos. And he switches into his Sock as I go for the Shell Smash, and we actually learned some valuable information here today, as in a second I'll show you. So I get my boosts with my Gorbis because I did go for the Shell Smash, and I do have the White Herb, so my defenses are restored. And I go for the Ice Beam here because I knew his Surf wouldn't take it out, so it's just I kind of wanted to use a different move. And we both learned, a close combat never kills a Gorbis, as I live with 1 health. We calced this after the battle, and a close combat never KOs. It always takes 2 hits for an Adamant, Choice Scarf, Sock to KO a Gorbis. And I think I would have died if the Stealth Rocks damage if we had max damage with the Stealth Rocks damage. So he has 2 sturdy users actually, so this is kind of destroying my sweep with the Gorbis, and it's kind of unfortunate, but that is the team that he set up, so it's a good part on him. And so he just takes out my Gorbis with his Volt Switch on the Probopass, and he switches it. He brings in his Ludicolo, and I bring in my Why Not again. Kind of, I don't know what I was predicting because I don't play NU enough to know what Ludicolos do. But he sets up the Rain Dances. I go for the Mirror Coat, so that's kind of bad. And I know that a Surf, even though it's rain boosted, won't really kill because it's not completely boosted like it would be at a nasty plot. So I go for the Mirror Coat again, and I take it out because I did do about 200. I want to say about like 175 damage to me, so that would have doubled that in damage to the Ludicolo, and it takes it out clean. And now I predicted his Vileplume to go for a special move, so I go for the Mirror Coat again, but this turn I expect him to go for the Toxic one more time, as I thought he would predict me to switch out, or just to go for the Mirror Coat again to try and take me out. So I go for the Encore and lock himself into the Toxic, and I go into my Wartortle. So my plan here is I go for the Rapid Spin and get rid of the rocks because my Rampardos is Focus Sashed, and if the Focus Sash isn't intact, I won't be able to live 1 hit because it does have kind of paper thin defenses. So that is my plan, to try and get rid of the rocks and get a safe rock polish off on my Rampardos. So I actually kill his Probopass on the switch and with the Rapid Spin, so that's quad resisted. Even though it's 1 HP, it's still kind of funny to see something die from a Rapid Spin. So his Probopass goes down, and he brings in his Electros. And this whole time I thought it was Scarf because I don't really think I've ever ran into a Choice Specs Electros. So he just revenge kills me with this Volt Switch, and I wanted to think this was Scarfed, so that's what I thought it was the whole time. And he brings in his Rapidash on the switch, and I bring in my own Rapidash. And the funny thing is, this Rapidash is actually has Overgrow instead of Flash Fire because I salved it right after Superior, so that's kind of a little fun fact there. And my return does a lot of damage, and so he just goes for the Wild Charge, and the Life Orb and the Wild Charge recoil does take him out. So he goes down to his Vileplume, and I see some potential in this Rapidash later on, so I just switch into my Why Not as Death Fodder. And so that's it. He just goes for the Sludge Bomb to try and take out my Rapidash, but I just switch it out, and I go into it again. Now, because I was locked into the return earlier, so I go for the Choice Banded Flare Blitz, and this will definitely be overkill on the Vileplume, and yeah, I think I would have been able to kill it at least 2, so I died to the Flare Blitz recoil, and this is a double down, so I just go on to my Wartortle, my Metang, sorry, and I kind of either want to get some damage onto the Electros or Toxic something, because it is a more reliable way of recovery, but I do get fully paralyzed here, so I think I went for the Toxic, so it didn't really matter too much. But he goes for the Thunderbolt again, and that is a clean 2-hit KO. So I believe I am down to my last Pokemon, which is Rampardos, and this is where getting up that the stealth rocks. I mean, spinning away the stealth rocks really helped. And right here, he reveals to me that he is not scarfed. He is actually spexed. So even though he thought I would have died, I am actually sashed. So, and because of the mold breaker, I am able to take this Electros out with an earthquake, because he does have the levitate ability. But as you should know, mold breaker does bypass those abilities like levitate. So that will be the very close 1-0 for me. That was a great game, OhMaArceus, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys checked him out. So sub him, like the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.